What's up, YouTube land? It's your girl Makara. Today is Wednesday. It is 4. What time is it? It is 4:45 in the a.m. Y'all, please forgive me. I look a sight for sore eyes. Please say you'll forgive me. But I had got some watching some disturbing celebrity gossip, and it just disturbed me so bad. I got up. I wanted to do a video about this. So I'm disturbed by that. Where should I start? Okay, so the topic is celebrity gossip, and the celebrity that we are talking about is Wendy Williams. Yo, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with that lady? What's wrong with her? So, let me give you a little bit of what happened and what inspired me to get up at 4:45, now 46 in the a.m. to record this. Okay, so I'm in my bedroom, and everybody that knows me knows I'm a night owl. So I'm up, I'm internet surfing or whatever. So I'm on Facebook, and I go through my news feed. And there's a different tab from your regular news feed that's in the center. It's like a little square or whatever with a little clip in the middle or whatever, little arrow that you can push. I love going on that because it's different stuff on there. So I had went on there or whatever, and I'm just going through or whatever, and I'm looking at all, the things or whatever. That's my favorite part of Facebook. So I run across this clipping with Wendy Williams on there. Okay, so I don't even know, y'all, how late I am with this. I don't know exactly when this went on. I was just so disturbed about what I seen or whatever. I kind of did a quick little analysis, a quick little investigation or whatever. I haven't got to dig in too deep or whatever, but I was just disturbed by it. And what it was there TikTok, the new app TikTok that's got everybody going wild. So there was a young little baby on there, our people, of course, by the name of Swavy, little 18-year-old, 19-year-old baby, and he was taking TikTok by storm. And he had all these views, and I believe he was from Delaware. And everybody was in love with him. He was doing all these skits. I had watched a couple on him. It was a evil twin versus good twin, and he was doing all of these skits, and he would bring his friends in, and they was doing challenges or whatever. I could only find maybe about 2 or 3 little clips of him or whatever, but I have to say myself, he was pretty good. So, on her show, she had posted a clip of him in the audience and was asking anybody did they know him. So the audience was saying that they didn't know him. And so she told the audience, whoever knew him, to clap their hands. And I think maybe about like 4 or 5 people might have clapped, but it was real silent because nobody knew him. So she was saying, in a jealous way, a demonic way, it was all on her face, that he had so many fans and subscribers and followings that he had more than her. Like, okay, so I'm just sitting there looking, and then she said that he was killed. So I went and tried to do a little research or whatever. So far now, this is what I'm gathering so far, that he wasn't a child that was, problematic. He wasn't into anything. This kid just loved music, and he loved to dance. He was just good at what he did, and he developed talent, and everybody loved him, and they took to him. And so he was just a little 18-year-old black boy that had a God-given talent, and he was killed for it. And she didn't have no type of remorse, no type of sympathy or nothing. Instead of her getting on there talking about it was a shame or something, it was like she was glad he was out of her way. What is wrong with that lady? What is wrong with her? So, this is my thing about Wendy Williams. So, Wendy Williams, basically, as far as I'm concerned, has a dangerous job. Like back when I lived in Cincinnati and back when I lived in Atlanta, like I never knew who Wendy Williams was. But you would listen to the radio stations. Like in the morning, there was different radio stations that came. Ricky Smiley or it was another big guy at the time. But it was a lot of Doug Banks and all kind of different people that had these real good morning shows that you would love to listen to when you was on your commute headed to work. And so, like, it would always be something about them reporting something that Wendy Williams, or Wendell Williams as they say, I don't know, it would always be something that they would be reporting that she said, against a celebrity, against a rapper, against, whoever. So I never knew who she was. I just kept hearing this stuff, Lil Wayne would say something about her or whoever would say something about her, but I never knew who she was until her talk show came or whatever. So that's when she came or whatever. So I never did feel no type of way about Wendy or whatever. She had a bad rep out in the entertainment industry. Like I never heard nothing good about her because she was always reporting the dirt. Me personally, I just looked at it like it was her job. I mean, I'm not a celebrity. She ain't put me out there, So she was just basically promoting the celebrity gossip or whatever. But I always heard different celebrities dragging her. Like she said like things about a lot of people, Lil Wayne, Beyonce, and all these different people. But I was always amazed because after she drugged these people, these same people that she was dragging would be on her couch on her show. And it just be looking like it's all love. So I was like, well, maybe I'm confused about something. Maybe I'm not understanding something. You drag me and think I'm coming to your show. I'll show up, but it's going to be to tell you something. But I never understood the dynamic of that. But I just always looked at it like, well, that's her job. It's no different from tabloids, the Enquirer, or any other, People's Magazine. Not People's, I'm sorry. The Enquirer, and it was, those other type of papers. I always just kind of felt like, she was just delivering what everybody was delivering. If you lucky to get there and get a photo of something or something, you get paid the highest money. If you had an inside story, about somebody and you presented it first, people paid you for it, and those type of stories end up at the grocery store shelves, and people buy them because they love entertainment of celebrities and their the gossip that's surrounded around them. So I never had no problem about what she was doing. She was doing her job. I just always kind of looked at it like it was dangerous. I mean, I wouldn't want to go nowhere after I done reported something and then go to a daytime party or evening party and turn around and bump into these people that I didn't see it something to. You don't know what the turnout going to be. But so far, I guess it's been okay with her. Ain't nothing happened to her, and I don't want it to, but I'm just saying. So, basically, she crosses the line too much for me. Like I said, I know this is her job, but however, whatever type of job you do, I don't care what it is, there's still certain lines you shouldn't cross, if you will. Like even with comedians, a lot of times they get in trouble, and that is their job. That is what they do. They produce content to make it funny, but sometimes, they end up in hot water because some of the things that they joke about really shouldn't be joked about. It's certain things that, you shouldn't touch. A lot of comedians have been under hot water for that because I guess not knowing exactly where to draw the line at. So with her, I'm not a fan of Wendy Williams. When she first came out, she was taking the TV by storm with all this "how you doing" mess and all of this crap, so I would kind of watch her, to stay in the loop or whatever. But like a diehard Wendy Williams fan, no. Like I said, the only time like I dig into her is if I run across something and I want the updates for something, or if I hear something about T.I. or something or whatever, I'll dig in to see what she has to say or whatever, because behind the scenes, somewhere at some point, she knows these people. Like she dated Biggie, and she dated a couple of people, so sometimes I figure what she's saying is adequate and is true, But getting back to what I was saying, she crosses the line a little bit too much for me. If that's your job to report celebrity news about, Kourtney Kardashian's husband was in London with another woman, or Brad Pitt got remarried, or whatever you're doing, okay, fine. But some things shouldn't be touched. And this isn't like this happens every blue moon with her. This happens a lot with her. I think it was Method Man. Well, Method Man, and if I got my story right, I think her and Method Man used to date as well. But Method Man was on there. I saw a clip before, and it was the same process. It was late, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I was scrolling, and he was on there chewing her out because his wife, she had come across some type of illness, and it was some type of illness. I don't know what it was, but it was deadly, I think, and it was fatal. And I guess they didn't even know if the woman was gonna make it. And so the neighborhood that they stayed in, they didn't want anybody to know that she was sick. So Method Man was slipping her in and out, for therapy or to the doctor or whatever, because they didn't want the neighborhood to know what was going on with her. And somehow Wendy Williams got a hold of it, and she put it out there. And Method Man had some type of controversy with her, but by the grace of God, I think his wife ended up recovering. But it was one of those things where he said nobody knew his wife was sick. Nobody knew this until she put it out there. I think that's something that shouldn't have been touched. She had did something else to somebody else too. I forgot what it was. I remembered what it was. I was going through it in my head before I got on here. But it was another celebrity she had did something to. But like I said, like periodically, she'll do these things where she just does more than her job. And it's like when she gets, that low down and dirty, it's just like, don't you have any kind of about yourself? Any? Like this child right here, like I say, he wasn't, from what I'm understanding, he wasn't problematic. He didn't belong to a gang. He wasn't out torturing people. He wasn't nothing. He was just one of God's beautiful creations that God was in heaven carving out this beautiful piece, working on it, and said, I'm going to store these talents into you. And so when I went on there to find out what was the motive behind this killing, because this thing, I don't know if that was, I watched somewhere else, I think it was like, I don't know if it was like 48 hours, but it was a big show. He also was on there, and they were saying that this murder was stimulated by jealousy, by God-given talents or whatever. So, even just the fact that he wasn't a problematic child, then you do that. Just the fact that he was one of yours, and you do that. Just the fact that you don't have any compassion, like this is somebody's child. And not only is it somebody's child, somebody's baby. He wasn't nothing but like 18. And I'm just turned off by Wendy Williams. I'm mostly like a neutral type of person. Like God has given me the gift to where I can see the beauty in ugliness. Like I can see the beauty in messiness. And even with her job that she do, I was able to see the beauty in her job. Like, well, this is how she makes her money. Do I agree with it? No, I don't agree with it. Spilling people's dirty laundry out. But then you have to turn around and think, this is a sick lady mentally wise. She's had a lot of battles and trouble in her life and a lot of addictions in her life. I don't know what led to that. And still being famous, that even lets you know that money doesn't take care of everything. The difference is with being rich, your poison is not a poor man's drug. Your poison is a rich man's drug, and she falls in that bracket and in that category. And I still don't feel no type of way about that. Like, I don't know, like, what made her run to those things. I think she was born out of New York or something, and she kind of, experienced a lot of traumatic things in her life or whatever. So, like, there's no judgment there. Anybody can get on drugs, or life can get turned around. Anybody. I've never been the type that look at nobody about how they got where they are. I'm always curious about what made them turn the way they are. I always look for the seed, instead of looking at the tree. Always find the seed, find the root where they travel, and then look at the tree. It's not I'm just looking at the tree, and then I find the root and find the seed. Something made something pop off. And so, and then on top of that, she's been going through this stuff with her husband. I'm pretty sure that's been problematic for her. She's been with this man all this time, and then he leave her for a younger girl. And then they using most of her money, and she can't hardly get to her shows because she battling this addiction. And, a lot of things have been going on with her as well that's been problematic. So, but even with Whitney Houston, like, she got on there and trashed Whitney Houston, and I didn't really appreciate that. Like, if you want to tell she got a drug problem or whatever, that's fine. Like I said, the tabloids done already told you ain't really you ain't the first person that's bringing the news. You didn't bust out with that first. We already knew years ago, what was going on with Whitney. But it was like, in the midst of you telling what happened to her, it's like you was trying to distort her character. Something that she built up years ago, like in the 80s, like we remember, when Whitney hit the scene, and she swept it by storm. And those are memories that you can't take from me about Whitney, or how I feel about Whitney, or her deep diehard fans. Like, I'm not a diehard fan of Whitney's, but I loved Whitney, and I knew who she was, and I enjoyed her music, But there are some true diehard Whitney fans. And it's just like, you can't distort nobody's image, or take away how somebody feel about somebody. You know, that woman crossed a lot of barriers, all on MTV as a black woman, and just style was just different, and a voice of an angel, and just some beautiful things about that lady. But all you could see was her drug problem. You know, if people was to get on her and look at her about the bad things that she had going on with her, there's a lot of things to say too. And you know, like I said, there's diehard Wendy Williams fans out there. I can't distort her graphic or visual of in your heads of what you have for her. You know, I'm not a diehard Wendy fan, so you know, the experiences that you have with Wendy is what you have. You might have on your refrigerator. I flew out to the Wendy Williams show. It was the first time I got to lay my eyes on Wendy Williams. Whatever means something to you. You know, and Whitney had certain songs that meant something to me, or I was somewhere when I first heard this song, and I remembered how it made me feel. And I remembered who I was dating. And I remember, you know, what school I was going to. Things of that nature. You can't take that away from me. So I don't even look at Whitney the way you would like for me to look at Whitney, or anybody else that loves her to look at her. Some things you just can't take from people. And so I'm just disturbed by her. Like I said, not so much of her job. Like I said, I think her job is dangerous. I wouldn't want to do it. But I'm just disturbed that even in you doing your job, you know, you're a lady and you 60 plus years old. And I'm just disturbed about that you haven't figured out yet what to talk about and what not to talk about. I'm disturbed that you're a mother yourself. You have a son. You wouldn't put your son up on the screen and say these demonic things about your son, especially after he done passed. You'd be talking about you need time away from your show. And people would be giving you that even if they didn't like you or care for you, because they understood just the universal message of that they don't like you, but the universal message of you are a mother and they are a mother. You have a son and they have a son. And you know what comes with that territory. I don't even have a son, but I have daughters, and I know how I feel about certain things about my children. You know? And I just wonder, like, after so many repeated offenses with this lady on the same type of deal of going too deep cutting, of being too insensitive to other people, why are we supporting her? You know, why are we supporting her? And I ain't too quick to even talk like that, because that's her livelihood. That's how she makes her money. I understand her making her money by dishing out dirt. I ain't got no problem with that. My problem is, why don't you know how to draw the line as a human being, as a mother? You know, why don't you know how to draw the line? Y'all, that really did disturb me. It disturbed me. Like I said, I'm on here at 4:45. Just disgusted with her. You know, I'm not a Wendy Williams fan. I wouldn't want to see her show canceled because that's how she make her money. But it's slowly coming to that. It's slowly coming to that. Like, why do we keep... If you want to promote the trash, fine, promote the trash. But things about a mother losing her child, and you know, her child wasn't a problematic child, and she just lost her child because of God given talent, things that God downloads into you while He making you, and people can't take away from you, so they kill you and get you off the face of the earth. That's who we going after now, babies, and then your own babies. That really, really sealed the deal for me. Just disgusted with her. Like, if she was to be canceled right now, I wouldn't feel no type of way about her. I mean, I might even thank the the TV show, because like I said, this has been something that's been going on with this lady. Every now and then she has some hiccups, and she's offered, you know, a couple of public apologies, crying with the tissue and all of this stuff. Okay, so we forgive those things because you said you were sorry. But then every blue moon, here come another hiccup with her outside of delivering the trash. Here come another insensitive gesture that came out of her mouth, or just no human regard for life whatsoever. But then you can't help but wonder, is it the drugs? Because you know, when people are on drugs, they not themselves. Is it the drugs that's making her do this? What is going on? Just distasteful. Just no type of nothing about yourself. No type of nothing. So here at Cougar's Closet, I guess how we gonna handle this situation, we gonna pray for her. I'm gonna ask all my cougars and cougettes to pray for this lady, because this lady, she's fighting with demons, and I understand that. I've been there before. I didn't fall with demons. They're hard to get off your back. It can take you 30 or 40 years to toss one of them off your back. I understand that. You know, but most of the demons that was riding me, or most of the demons that I dealt with, that dwelled with me and dwelled in the house with me and dwelled in my spirit and in my soul, they was in the house with me. They was closed doors. When I got out, I put a different face on. You know, I've been there. And it's hard to get them demons up off of you. So, I just want us to say a prayer for this lady, because she mentally ill. I've been mentally ill before. I don't know, y'all. I'm getting emotional, so I'm gonna get off of here. But just tell me what you think about it. Like I said, little baby, Swavy, little TikToker taking the nation by storm. Ain't into nothing. Ain't part of nobody gang. Ain't robbed nobody. Ain't shot nobody senseless. Just had a passion, a art for dancing that could take his moves and basically make you see poetry in slow motion. Just bad with what he was doing. And this old woman, I ain't gonna get ugly, this mature woman was jealous of this baby. And the way she reported him on her platform, I thought she was finna tell me that he had did something wrong or something. You know, a lot of celebrities, they do stuff and we fall in love with them. We fall in love with their music. Then find out they did something horrible in the background. So she introducing us to him. And then I'm waiting on the horrible news to come. And then she turns around and said, well, he got killed. He's dead. That stabbed me in the heart. How cold she was. Like you enjoyed this moment. You could have turned that around and said how ashamed it was that this black child was killed for his God-given talents. But you didn't do that. You was mad because he had more following than you. But my question is, by the way you treat other people, who are you? And see, nothing that you don't understand is that we the people built you up, and we the people can tear you down. Maybe they ain't just got to you yet. Because that's what happens with a lot of celebrities. You know, people built R. Kelly up. The same people that built R. Kelly up was the same people that tore him down. Built Britney Spears up. Tore her down. You see what I'm saying? Built DMX up. Soon as things didn't go their way, tore him down. You know, was in the process of destroying Cat Williams, bringing him down. You know, that's what you don't understand. It's one thing when you build you up, then can't nobody tear you down because you built you up. But when the people build you up, the people can take you back down. So, and I'm not even wanting that to happen to her. I just want her to be careful because these are the things that can happen. And I don't know, y'all. I'm just heartbroken tonight. So, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about this. Please leave a comment in my comment box. Please like, please share, please subscribe. The topic was on Wendy Williams, the little baby, Swavy. I had only saw about 2 videos of him and he blew me away. You know, just a little baby. I ain't even start to live yet. But I don't know. They need to do something with that woman. All right, y'all. Cougars Closet. Mwah.